To take a moment to look back at the past year here in the two Virginias. We saw everything from city government shakeups to downtown demolitions and tornado touching down, and even new details in a cold case. Ben Schwartz breaks it all down.
Barely 1 week into January, the city of Beckley kicked off 2024 with a major decision, moving to a city manager style of government by a narrow one-vote margin.
The biggest part of this, there's no way of changing this back unless we go to the people and they vote on it on the ballot.
The following day, at the top of state government, both of the two Virginia's governors sharing high hopes in their State of the State addresses.
Let's put the money at work. Let's make the money work for us.
Virginia must be a winner, and it's up to us to make sure that she is.
Soon after, in early February, the race to lead the Mountain State was heating up, with GOP candidates pitching their case in Raleigh County. And in Tazewell County, residents express outrage to their elected leaders over property tax reassessment.
$31,600 was the tax value last year. This year it went up to $94,800. That's a $63,200 difference.
Later that month, Bluefield, West Virginia's downtown demolition begins as the city begins its path to revamping the area.
And this is a really historically significant day for us and really the state to really clean up West Virginia and make it the place we want it to be, to bring all great folks to see what we have to offer. Then in March, we spoke with a student in Greenbrier County, relentlessly bullied by her fellow classmates over her race.
The racism, people always saying stuff about us, and it never quits. It just never stopped.
The West Virginia NAACP launched an investigation into those bullying allegations. At the start of April, Fayette County saw a tornado touch down, damaging more than a dozen homes and leaving some with a long road to recovery.
Seen the twister take the ceiling fan right out of their roof, and then they took the roof as well. So very blessed that they didn't get hurt.
Later that same month, the FBI descending upon southern West Virginia with new leads on a decades-old cold case, the disappearance of 10-year-old Natasha Alex Carter and her mother, Susan Carter. 82-year-old Larry Webb was identified as a suspect and soon after confessed to the double murder on his deathbed. And of course, April also brought us a once-in-a-lifetime event with a total solar eclipse crossing over the United States. Moving up to August, a West Virginia State Senate primary turns into controversy, with incumbent Senator Chandler Swope alleging he was defeated fraudulently.
The average number of votes through our district and the state of West Virginia was about 30% of voter turnout. Mingo County reported 70%.
September brought with it a Category 4 hurricane hitting Florida's Gulf Coast before sending devastating remnants to the two Virginias, displacing families and destroying homes.
I woke us up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, 3 o'clock in the morning. But I've never seen nothing like this before. Never. I've never seen it come over the road.
September ended and October began with a special legislative session in West Virginia as lawmakers returned to Charleston to consider a range of items, but not without concern.
And what we risk doing by cutting the income tax too aggressively is going back and having to raise taxes.
Legislators ultimately passed 37 bills, including a 2% income tax cut. Later that month, Raleigh County Prosecutor Benjamin Hatfield calls it quits, resigning from the role amidst multiple ongoing investigations into his alleged inappropriate behavior in office. Now, as we enter 2025, Bluefield, Virginia is moving forward with plans to build an outdoor learning facility to hold sporting and other events once completed. And over the state line, FEMA remains in town, helping folks get disaster relief assistance from the remnants of Hurricane Helene. And they say they'll be here in Mercer County as long as necessary.
Thank you, Ben, for that report. Now, of course, there are countless other worthwhile, important stories. We just don't have that much time to touch on every story here. But with that being said, we anchors want to thank our incredible team of reporters as we wrap up the new year. And we thank them for gathering the stories that matter to us all here in the two Virginias. Now, let's take a look back.